We're back to the hillside. I've done some cleanup since the last episode. You can see the all the trees are cleaned up. I can't remember exactly how I left it, but I know I had some wood to process. I processed all the wood, got everything all cleaned up. I got my grinder out. I ground everything up, cleaned it all up here. Now I just got some stacks of logs that I got to haul out. So that's what we're gonna do today is get these logs hauled out. I also got my lowboy up here. Brought that up so that I can haul some equipment to the next site. That's probably how we'll end this video here. I'm gonna get this trailer loaded up and we'll get it hauled off to my dumping site, my wood yard as I'm calling it, even though it's just the side of the road, or essentially that's where I've been dumping it here on this map. I just wanted to back that up a hair to make it a little easier to load, but so we'll get this trailer taken care of, and then I want to haul my fellow buncher down to the new site. That way I can start cutting some trees and opening it up and making some room to get the rest of the equipment in. Hoping that I can get this wood loaded out of here fairly quickly. I'm hoping everything goes well. I don't end up messing around, spending a bunch of time loading the stuff up. Can't guarantee that though, especially because it's been a few days since I played. I like to try to play every day, but it doesn't always happen, and I end up getting stuff like that happening to me. I can't. The grapple doesn't dig in. I'll just have to go from the side and see if I can. There we go. Scrape some up in just like so. It looks like we'll have about a trailer and a half here. That's what I'm guessing on. We might be able to load this up a little bit heavier and make it a trailer and a quarter, but either way it's going to be one and a partial, what it looks like to me. So far so good. Get it all loaded up here. Now I don't want to I got a little bit of some smaller stuff there. I don't want to put it right on the side because that stuff seems to work its way out on me when I get the little stuff right on the edge of the trailer. That stuff right there. Hoping I could get this kind of in the middle of my pile. So we'll have to build a new landing down the hill here where I'm going to move to. I picked out the spot that I want to go to next. Just down the hill, and nothing real significant about it. It's kind of in a valley. Instead of hillside logging, we'll switch this over to valley logging. Actually, that sounds like the name of a business. Somebody name a YouTube channel Valley Logging. That can be your business. Your make-believe one. So I don't want to spend too much time getting a perfect trailer here, but I also don't like having a messy one. I didn't want that piece. I wanted to go just on the other side of it. I tried my best to get these piles straightened up. It probably looks quite a bit cleaner here. That's going to cause me a problem being the bottom rack here. We'll have to make sure these are pretty perfect. So I tried to take some time and get my piles straightened up, but in this game, anybody that's played the logging aspect, they know that no matter what you do, the logs always seem to do whatever they want when you're in range of them. If you can get the pile straightened out and then not go near it for the rest of your time playing, it's usually not a problem, but was my phone? Dang it. A log drop out on me. Not the end of the world. I got two of them there. That'll make it easier to grab. Sometimes when you get one that falls out, it's kind of a pain, but ooh. Yeah, yeah, definitely a trailer and a partial. I'll probably get these loaded up here and then haul it out. That way I can walk this machine to the other side. I don't have to make a big trip around my truck and trailer here. Whoops. Especially because I just caused a little bit of a mess there with that load I just dropped off, but we'll haul this down, my dumping spot, come back up, get that load there. I gotta get inside the truck. That's the one thing. Some of this base game stuff is, well, this is a base game mod that I'm using here, but that doesn't even make any sense. But some stuff is loud outside the cab, some stuff isn't. So, well, if I just back my viewpoint up a little bit, helps get a little quieter. But listening to the exhaust brake, that was kind of cool. Get down my dangerous steep road here. The next one is down at the bottom of this hill here, the next logging site, so we won't have to come down a big steep hill like this. There are other roads off this mountain that aren't as bad. They're actually kind of a better road to work on, but for some reason where I decided to start logging there's no good way to get to it. Both roads are steep roads, so I'm thinking I'm probably still gonna haul the wood from the next site. It's down the road here, back to this spot. No real reason for it, other than it's just a long ride to the mill. I could stack it all there at the mill. That'd be the logical thing, but just a long ride to get down there. So if I stack it here, it's not as far of a trek. Plus, I guess what I could say too is where this truck I've got here is more of an off-road truck. I could be parking it here for a truck that's better suited for hauling long distance. And maybe we can say, oh, we're just stacking it here, and then this is where we'll reload a different truck. That's a good story to go with. Everything has to have a story. You have to have a reason for everything you're doing. That's the way I feel anyway. Especially when you're making a YouTube video, it's much easier to, instead of just randomly playing the game, much easier to talk if you have a direction. You got a good story. I wish these logs here, this one that just fell out, it was just stuck to the other logs. It's like magnetic almost. Like for some reason they get like that. Like if I whoops. If the grapple's open just a little bit, there could be a log that's magnetically attached to some other ones, and it lifts up in the air for no reason. It shouldn't, but it does, and then it comes flying out at me like that. There are other times where they come flying out, and it is my fault. Like, let's see, right now, there's probably, I don't see one in there that's gonna fall out in this load, but that one did fall out right at the end. But essentially, they just get magnetically attached to each other for some reason. I don't get it. I'm causing myself a little bit of trouble with this pile too, because some of these logs are 7-meter lengths and some of them are 6-meter, and I'm loading them all into the same pile, so it's going to make it kind of look messy, even though it shouldn't be that messy. It just kind of is. Get some lag here when I'm spinning. Good for now. We'll get back in my truck here. Let's head up the hill and load this back up. Get the last little bit of wood out. I'm excited to move to a different area here. Seems like there's like a sweet spot between cutting up in too far and then everything takes forever, and not cutting far enough and having no need for a skidder. If I can kind of stay in my sweet spot. The other thing too is the place I'm moving to, I can move the landing in a little farther. I can build a road that works its way in, and as I get farther into the woods, I can keep stepping my landing back in a little bit farther, so that way I don't have to haul as far with the skidder. And it probably will make it easier when I get to the landing to get my wood situated. I've been up this hill before. I didn't think I would have this trouble here. Just gonna do a little bit of cheating action here. Just get me up to the top of the hill. I know this hill is bad, but it hasn't been a problem for me yet as far as getting up it. Really, I think the problem is this this truck, because I've modified this truck to be able to haul the FDR trailers, and I didn't do a good job of it because I don't know what I'm doing. I made it work, but it slides across the ground for some reason. It's almost like the truck, anytime I hit the throttle, the truck's on ice and will start sliding in weird directions. I don't know. I can't describe it. It also could be the newest Farming Simulator update could have caused problems because it was working before the most recent update. I don't agree with what I'm doing here, but at the same time, I'm trying to record a video, and although I could edit this out, it helps to see that other people struggle with the game too. I would say, like, if I was watching somebody and they were always doing things perfect, I'd be wondering what I was doing wrong. But really, there's nothing you can do. The game is just like this. If you want things to go perfect, the game doesn't work like that. I'm just gonna get this trailer loaded up here. I'm curious now where I'm struggling a little bit if it'll work. My truck here will work pulling the equipment around on the low boy. I'm still gonna try it, but I don't have my hopes up. I mentioned in the last video, I talked about how um, I guess the last video on this map, I talked about my processor, how I got some controls squared away for it. And I made a video showing how to change those controls with the processor so you can spit wood out a little bit easier, get rid of the tops. It helps a lot when you're loading trailers not to have all those tops mixed in. I'm talking too much here. I'm messing up my trailer. I just about had it there and then screwed it up right at the end. This is what I didn't want to happen. I can't help myself though. There we go. Little bit of gentle persuasion. Oh, I got a little chunk in there. I'm trying to grab too much wood at one whack here. I know I'm causing myself problems. Trying to go quick though. Gotta do it quick. Everything's gonna be done quick. To just slow down, take my time for a second, and it'll get done just as fast. It'll be done a little bit cleaner though. Now I was when I first started looking for joysticks for this game, I didn't really do much research and I wish I had. I ended up spending $200 on two Thrustmaster farm sticks, which is in theory the best thing for this game. And it definitely has its purpose. Like there's more buttons on these than most other joysticks. But I was looking at the Logitech makes a joystick for $35, and you could just get two of those. I almost want to buy them on top of what I already have just to test them. Because I think that they'd be probably just as good as these. I'm not super thrilled with these. I mean, they're good. Like I said, they got a good amount of buttons on them, but just doesn't seem like they're the best. It seems like you could have something better. I'm just gonna back this up here, and well, actually, let me strap that on. Strap the logs down first. I want to go get my get my trailer here, and we'll haul the fella buncher down to the down to the new location. Start cutting in the new lot. But anyway, I would like to try them just to see, because my brother plays occasionally, and I think he would have a lot more fun if he had joysticks, but he doesn't want to spend the money on them. So for $70, still quite a bit of money, but a lot less than 200. And I actually think it's more than 200. It's probably, I think they go for about 120 a piece now. And like this tilt function, I have that on my joystick, the tilting of the cab, but I really don't need it on the joystick. I could have the button somewhere else. What I don't like about these is the it seems kind of cheap, sensors. They like when I twist the joystick in my hand, that's what I have to rotate that fella buncher head. And if I just bump it just a hair, like it'll rotate a lot faster than I want it to. I don't know. I can't quite describe exactly what my issue is with it, but it just doesn't seem like it's the best option. Oops. Shut my truck off by accident. Let's get this thing hauled down there. Yeah, no, this truck seems to still be fine. Hauling this around. This truck specifically doesn't like that log trailer for some reason, because it's lifted, I think. It has problems with it. Oh, this is my makeshift sawmill site. I was selling the wood here for a little while. And this here is the road I was talking about, the one that's actually a little bit more suited for going up and down the mountain. It's still pretty steep though. We're going down to the bottom here. It's a lot wider of a road, though, a little bit smoother too. Right here on my right, this is where I want to be cutting. Whoops, not paying attention. Whoa, almost lost the load. Right on the right here, this is where I want to be cutting, right up through this valley. But we're not going to be going on this road here. I'm gonna cut a path in somewhere here on the flat. That way there I can have a better road in. Probably just a little bit farther here. We'll go a little bit farther, and somewhere right here at the back of the trailer is where we'll cut our load in. Cut our road in, not our load. I unstrap my load. I'll cut a couple trees here, and then we'll call it a video. I probably could have just called it before, but I really want to cut some trees down here. Get a little bit of an area here cleared out. Get my road going in. Oops. Build up a little stack there to, when we drop the processor off, we'll grab some of these logs. I'm like really hammering on the equipment today. Oops. Sometimes I grab a tree like that and the saw doesn't come in contact with the tree. Whether it's because I have too many trees in the felling head or what, but we'll have to get the mulcher out and clean this up, I think, to get a nice road going in but here, but this will be the way in right here. I actually didn't look to see what the wood was, if it was all, I think I got a lot of birch trees here. Going a little bit too hard on this right now. I'm not working smooth. Trying to go fast for no reason. I have been playing on a little bit of multiplayer here, so it could be because I've been playing on a multiplayer server that everything's a little bit laggy. That's why I'm trying to hammer so fast, but we got an idea anyway. We're gonna work this road around and then finally make it into where we're clear cutting. Just gonna keep stacking this stuff here for now, though. That way it's not in my way for road building, but I'll get the other equipment down here, probably in between episodes. Park it along the side of the road, and we'll keep on here, but that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.